Hi, my name is Jamie. Let me tell you a little bit about how I got here. Life can have a funny way of showing you how to get on your path. I thought I had a pretty good life. Nice family, big dreams and goals, smart, funny, talented, pretty. But then I met him. To say my world was turned upside down is an understatement. And it wasn't just a little bump in the road. But this isn't about him completely. He was just the catalyst. I got through it, but that didn't mean that life got any easier. Eventually, I made it to a somewhat happy place. But that doesn't mean that I'm done healing, because if we're not growing, then we're dying. My name is Jamie, and it's been a rough road to now here. Hey guys, welcome to Rough Road to Now Here. This is the first episode that I'm actually recording with this name and intention in mind. So, just a little introduction. I want to share my story for no other reason than to reach women. For the most part, I guess overall that would be my goal, is to share my story to others, because when I was going through my abuse, I felt alone, and I felt I was the only one going through this. I even doubted that it was abuse because I knew nothing about narcissists or abusive relationships, and social media wasn't accessible back then when I was going through this, so it wasn't, in front of your face 24/7 with phones and Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, all of that. There wasn't this information out there so much. And especially with the way that relationships like this go, is that you're already isolated and manipulated. So not only did I not have social media, but, I slowly became isolated from other people, family and friends. So obviously I put the pieces of the puzzle together eventually. And now, as I'm older, seeing a lot of people sharing their stories, I realize that I was not alone at all, and that this is so prevalent in society. And, part of me, I think it's a aftermath of my abuse, but part of me is like, well, I'm not special. Like, why do I think that I have something to share that no one else has shared? And obviously each of us have a unique story because we don't live the same lives. But I have found so much value in the thousands of brave women I have seen tell their stories and share their stories. As embarrassing as some of the things that they've gone through may be, they've shared their stories with bravery. And I think it's an important thing to do, to let others know not only that they're not alone, but that there are ways to get out, and you can go on to heal from everything that's happened to you, and you can live a happy life after this. I know in the trenches, when you're in that relationship, that it honestly feels like there's no way out until you hit bottom. It's like an addict. You won't get out until you hit bottom and realize there's no other way. I mean, I can only speak from my experience. That's how it was for me. I was so weakened by the brainwashing and the gaslighting, and I lived in such fear every day that I was scared to take a step forward into my freedom. I was completely scared, paralyzed. I was wasting away as a person. I felt hopeless. I was scared to tell anybody, friends, my mom, people that were the closest to me. I was afraid to say anything. I denied it because I knew what he was possible of doing. And the threats that he had made to me already throughout the years just solidified that fear. And I couldn't take that step because I was afraid of the repercussions, that he would hurt me, kill me, or my family, my pets, all of that. He threatened all of that. And I knew what he was capable of. This was not a healthy person mentally. So it was to the point where I was praying to die. I really felt no way out. I just wanted to die. And eventually I was able to get the strength to completely detach and run away. And it was the hardest thing I've done, honestly. Like, pushing through that fear. I lived in fight or flight for so many years. I mean, constant fight or flight, seeking for the smallest amount of peace in my life. And the only peace I ever felt was when he was gone. You know, at work or whatever. Or at night when he was sleeping. But I was in fight or flight for years. And pushing through that fear, knowing that this was my only chance to get out. It got to the point where I told myself, I can no longer live this way. The back and forth, the complete hell that I lived in every single day. It was torture, and I wish it upon nobody. So my point being is that I feel that we all have a story to share. We all have important things to say based on our experiences. And I think it is so important to share these things because we are not alone. The things that I have seen over the last 10 or 15 years with women sharing their stories is eye-opening to know that this happens so much. I had no idea. I thought I was an outcast back then. But this is so prevalent in our society that I think it's extremely important to share our stories and give hope to those who may still be in these situations and help them. That's really it. So I will be talking about some difficult things on this channel, so I will have to put a trigger warning on the episodes. Perhaps, I don't want to relive these things, but I think each of our journeys are special, no matter who you are. Each of us has a unique journey, a unique purpose, a unique destiny in life. And I think we're all important enough to share, all of us. So it's been really hard for me to start this, to be honest. I've tried for years. Self-doubt creeps in, insecurity, the fear of judgment, all of those things. Feeling, like I said earlier, who am I? Who am I to share this stuff? Like nobody wants to listen to my story, and those things just creep in, but I think I just have to go for it. I don't know. I'm trying. Like I said, I feel it's a really important thing to do whenever you are ready to share your story, because it doesn't have to be about the negative stuff. It can be about how powerful, strong, and brave you are for getting through the things that you did, how you healed from those things, what important insights going through those experiences gave you toward the future of your life. We gain wisdom through these tough times and these trials and tribulations, and didn't want to use those terms, but that's all that was popping into my head. All of those, the tough times are really what helps us grow. And some of us have been through tough times, and some of us have been through wars, so we all have our struggles. We all have our tough times that we've gone through or that we will go through. And we can learn so much from each other. I guess that's really what I'm trying to say. No matter what it is, we can learn from each other. We can love each other. We can support each other. We can have compassion for each other. And I think that's a big part that we're missing from society is community like it used to be. We are so separated from each other, and our current society overall discourages community and unity and supporting each other and being there for each other. It's so isolating, and that's not a good feeling. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this up, but I just wanted to introduce this channel and what I hope to gain from it and what I hope you gain from it. Anyways, I will see you on the next one. Hopefully it is soon. Bye.